Hello everyone. Thank you for stopping by today. Hopefully this will go well. I just got a message that my Wi-Fi was weak, which always makes me nervous, but we're going to go with it and hope this just goes on like it's supposed to. It is Friday, November 7th, 2025. My name is Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 28 years, and I love what I do. I'm here to help you find the joy of card making and paper crafting. Hi, Doris. To give you tips and tricks to make that easier and more fun for you, and then to encourage you to send out your beautiful creations to others to make their day. The goal is to eradicate loneliness one card at a time. Good morning. This month I will be entering the names into Stampin' Up! Site of who will get the January through May mini catalog from me. And the way I do that is anyone who has ordered from me in any capacity in the last 6 months will be sent a catalog automatically. So be aware of that. If you've ordered, that is what will happen. Unless, okay, so here's the caveat. Stampin' Up! Now has this new system, as you guys have seen over the last year or so. You have to have a customer account with me for me to be able to send that through them. You have to have a valid mailing address in that account, and you have to have opted in to receive information from me. So they're just trying to follow all the laws, which makes it a little more difficult sometimes, but it is what it is. So please check those things to be sure you get a catalog if you've ordered from me in the last 6 months. I will be finalizing all the orders. Oh, I can't remember the date I think on the 27th. So you still have through the 26th of this month to order from me and be able to get that catalog. So be aware of that. Hi, Shar. I am glad you are on here. Missed you. Okay, I think that's it. It is November, and that is the time for storms and possible tornadoes here in Middle Tennessee. It's our second round. We have 2 seasons of that. So it looks like we have that possibility this afternoon and evening. And I love a good thunderstorm, so I am really okay with that. But if you could pray with me that we don't get any really serious or severe weather or tornadoes in this whole area, that would make me happy. Yeah, anyway, let's hope it's all good. If you're hopping on to watch, please be sure, thanks, Shar. Yes, and thank you for your prayers. Please be sure to give me a hello in the comments and let me know you stopped by. If you're watching later on the replay, please let me know that also. Any comments you leave today through tomorrow midnight will be entered for a chance to win the card we make today. So it is a win-win. I get you commenting and you might get a card. Also, if you can share my video to a crafty friend, to a crafty group, by email to someone, if you do that, let me know and I will give you a bonus entry in that drawing. Let's see, I think that part is done. Congratulations to the winner of my last card, Robin Samueloff. That was you. Thank you for watching and commenting, and that card is on its way to you. And I just noticed that my nails look really grungy. I don't have any nail polish on, and the clear polish is coming off. Sorry, guys, I don't know how I didn't take care of that, but I didn't. But just look at the card I'm making today and not my nails, and we'll be all good. Thank you for sharing, Doris. I really, really appreciate that. I think that is about it. Let's spin you around. You'll see the clouds are starting to come in, and storms are supposed to move in this afternoon. We'll get you down here. This is me, Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. My blog is crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. My email is crazystampinglady@gmail.com. My Facebook is facebook.com/Crazy Stamping Lady. My YouTube is under my name, Maureen Rolfes, and you can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. We have a rewards program through Stampin' Up! So for every order of $20 or more that you place online with me, you'll automatically receive 10% back in rewards on a future purchase. Those rewards are redeemable for up to 1 year, but you can use them right away if you want. It takes about, I think, 20 minutes for the system to update, they say. So within a half hour, you should be able to use your rewards if you want to place another order. You can get your account with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. And when you do that, be sure you opt into the rewards and be sure you opt into receiving notifications from me so that I can send you things such as our catalogs. Okay, guys, I have no cards from the mail today, but I played with that beautiful, let me get the little flyer out, I can show you. The beautiful kit last time online, the Heirloom Arrangements kit, and I told you how this is a kit you kind of design as you go. You make your cards the way you want them. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. It is wonderful. I love it. Well, I kept playing after we were off the air, and I just want to show you what I came up with from this one kit and a few little things I added. I'm going to move this out of the way so I can lay these cards out. So I'm going to count them as we go. Note card 1, note card 2. I'm going to make sure I am in screen. Let me just make sure. Hang on, guys, because my computer just went a little wonky and closed down on part of it here. So let me pull it back up. Making sure I'm on camera as we go. I am. It's good. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Move those up a little bit. 5, 6, 7 note cards. Oh, was so much fun making these. So remember, if you buy a kit this month, I have a special, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But you can actually get those note cards. So, okay, let me move this aside. And then I made regular size cards. So what was that? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it was 7. I might have lost count there. 8. And this one's kind of fun because it's a happy birthday card, and I made it with a little pocket, and you can pull out, and you have one of the tags turns into like a bookmark that they can use. So that turned out really cute, I thought. 8, 9, and I love this sympathy card. 10, 11 was the ones I showed you last week, and 12, and 13. Let's move these up. And 14, and 15, and 16, plus the card I gave away on my last video, which is 17. So I was able to make 17 cards out of this one kit. I think they're all beautiful. And this is all I have left, guys. There's like 2 little labels left, some of the little sentiment labels, and a couple scraps from the cards. That is it. That is all I have left. But of course, I still have the beautiful stamp set that I can hang on to and will use over and over and over. And it is a really nice one. So I just wanted to share that with you. It was a lot of fun. I've used kits up before, but this one I felt like really just went on forever, and I had so much fun laying them out and making them, and I'm so happy with how they all turned out. In fact, one of you might receive these from me someday, and you'll go, oh, I remember when she showed that. Anyway, the Heirloom Arrangements kit is currently not available. I am hoping it comes back soon, and if I find out, I will let you know when it's coming back because it's a good one. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you since I actually did what I said I was going to do. I finished out the kit. Okay, guys, let's move on. Only a couple things going on here. My free monthly virtual card class. So if you place a qualifying order with me in the month of November, that you can earn a free online card class and kit. A $50 order will get you a 3-card packet kit. A $75 order will get you a 3-card packet kit plus a bonus project. A $100 order will get you a 3-card packet kit, a bonus project, and a half a pack of an embellishment. Most of these products are retired. Not all of them always, but most of them are. But they're new to you, and you can use them and you can duplicate them with what you might have on hand. Any smaller orders that don't meet this level will receive a handmade thank you card from me at the end of the month. And all orders are entered into my monthly prize drawing. The class for this kit will be, for kits earned, I didn't change it. I always miss something. For kits earned in November. Let me get that fixed right now. For kits earned in November, they will be mailed to you, and then our class will be on Monday, December 8th at 11 o'clock a.m. right here in this group, available for anyone to watch that wants to. But if you have the kit, you can kit along with me. Okay. Then, this is what I was talking about. I am focusing on kits a lot this month. We have the most beautiful and amazing card kits and scrapbooking kits. And I think people overlook them all the time. So that was why I shared the heirloom arrangements with you last time. Here's a couple more samples. This is mainly just to point out. I'm not so sure. Can't talk. Might need coffee. Sorry. I'm not having a stroke. I promise. These are mainly to show you that both our scrapbooking workshop kits and our card and other kits in the kits collection count toward my special. So I am going to, for every kit you order this month, whether it's 1 kit or 5 kits, you'll get 1 entry for 1, you'll get 5 entries for 5. I'm going to do a drawing to win a package of note cards and envelopes and a package of basic rhinestone gems, because pretty much that's all I needed to complete the extras in that other kit. They're perfect. They're kind of neutral. You can use them with anything. And I decided to up that to give away 2 sets of those because I've already had a great response to this and people buying kits. So I am going to not only give 1 away, but I will do 2 drawings. Both of them will receive at the end note cards and envelopes and a package of basic rhinestone gems. So if you want to try out our kits, try them out. Now's the time. There's a lot unavailable, but there is still a lot that are available. And as I see ones come back on that are unavailable, I will try and let you know. Okay, that's all of my jabber jibber. Let's make a beautiful card. So November, every 2 months, we have an online release. I think it's every 2 months. I'm pretty sure every 2 months. I lose the calendar sometimes in my brain. And for November, this is one of the new online release packets. And this bundle comes in the new packaging. So there's 2 envelopes that are exactly alike. You can store them together alphabetically. You could put a rubber band around them. They are actually large enough that you could pull out the dies and the packaging in here and put it right inside with your stamp set and just have one and then use the other one for something else. So however you decide to store them, they take up so much less room than our last packaging. And room is at a premium in my house. So we're going to put this one back in here. Sorry guys, I shouldn't have maybe done that because it's taken me more time than I had hoped. And this one back in here. So the way I am storing them, I wanted to give you this little tip, is I am just folding that flap that closes them down in the middle of the packaging and then sticking my stuff in on both of them. That way I don't have to worry about opening the flap every time. I'm putting them so my dies and my picture of my stamps are to the front, and then on the back of them I am writing the same name, and I will be storing them alphabetically together. So just as how I'm doing it. This set I fell in love with immediately. When we got to do the pre-order as demonstrators, there's always 1 or 2 that just stand out to me, and this one did. Not so much even the stamp set and dies. I mean, that is what did it. But the samples they showed online were beautiful, and I just had to get it. So it has gorgeous sentiments. Here for you always, wishing you all the best, get well soon, sending love, you're on my mind and in my heart and thinking of you. And I love all of those. I love that the imagery is foliage, so it can be very masculine. You can use just about any color with it. It is gorgeous, so I can't wait to show you what I came up with. And then these are the dies. You get 2 dies that cut out the 2 stems that you can stamp here. You have 2 dies that just cut out a cardstock, foliage imagery. And then we have these 2 dies. And this is what I'm going to focus on showing you today. Because when I saw the card made, I could not figure out how they did it until I got the dies. And then it all made sense. So we're going to play with this a little bit. I'm going to set this aside and grab out my pieces for today's card, and I will post the recipe and the card picture in the comments sometime today. So we have a basic white envelope, a basic, whoa, I just lost my little piece. Oh, I might have to, no, I found it, I got it, I saved it. A basic white A2 card base, so this is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. We have a layer of Secret C, and this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I did also die cut out 2 of those little leaf sprigs. Let me show you those with the Secret C. Now, if you were using your large cut and emboss machine, you could have cut those out of the middle of here and they would never be noticed that they were cut out. But I cut these out in my small one. I have it right here on my desk. And so I just used some scraps for it. But that is a way to save a little on your cardstock. Then we have a piece of designer series paper. And this is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And this beautiful design here, this is the back of it, but this is what we're using. This comes from the Peaceful Garden Designer Series paper with those doves and flowers, and it is just gorgeous Designer Series paper. And I wanted something with a pattern, but kind of neutral. So we are using this piece. Then we have a piece of basic white, and this basic white is about 3 by 4 inches, and I'm going to stamp and die cut from this, and then a little piece of basic white that is 3/4 by 2 for our sentiment. So the first thing we're going to do is grab our Secret C ink and this piece of 3 by 4 basic white cardstock, and I am going to stamp this gorgeous framed foliage here. It just is so beautiful to me. I don't know why. Some things just catch my eye, and I can't even explain why so much, but this one did. We're just going to stamp this down onto that piece of basic white, and I'm going to give it a little firm pressure because there's a lot of areas on here that I want that ink to transfer. Oh, look at that. Oh, so gorgeous. So very, very gorgeous. And then I'm going to do the rest of my stamping while I have my ink out here. So I'm going to take my little sentiment. We're going to do a thinking of you. And I'm going to hopefully get that on there. It barely fits, which is what I wanted, just like that. And then I'm going to do the inside of my card and my envelope. So I'm going to make sure that my card is opening, the correct direction, like that. I'm going to fold it back so it lays flat on my table. And then I'm going to use one of those sprigs from the stamp set that matches the image on the front of the card that we're putting. And I'm just going to stamp a couple. Oh, that wasn't so good, Maureen. Let's see. Let's see how well I can line it up again. I just didn't, oh, beautiful. I just didn't give it enough pressure. I was in too much of a hurry. And I'm going to stamp another one down here. just like that, and then wipe off the excess ink with my fingers so that I have inky fingers. Why not, right? Now, I'm not going to put another sentiment on the inside, because this thinking of you to me in these colors could become a masculine birthday card. It could be I am just thinking of you. It could be a get well soon. It could become a sympathy. So I'm going to leave the inside sentiment blank and then add something when I'm ready to send it if I want. We're going to do the same thing on the envelope with that little sprig. I'm going to ink that up and put that on here because you know I don't like naked envelopes. I'm going to ink it up one more time and come down here. I don't know if I got that good. Add a little bit of an angle. Just like that. Wipe off that ink with my finger because I'm lazy. And then we are going to add the thinking of you right to the front of the card. Like that. Isn't that pretty? These colors are gorgeous. I like how bold this image is, yet delicate. I love it in the blue, even though you think of foliage is green. To me, this just looked great together. So, okay guys, we have our pieces. Let's do our card. I'm going to take my Secret C layer and some seal. And we are just going to add seal to the corners of this layer because it is flat and not embossed. So corners are good. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Mine is going well so far. I have a busy weekend ahead of me, but that is okay. Busy is good. Next, I'm going to take my DSP. Now, this color on here are variations of cloud cover, I think, and maybe, I think it's cloud cover. Looks a little lost lagoony. Let me see what colors are in this paper. Maybe it is both. Maybe it's a mixture. Nope, just cloud cover. So it's basically just variations and tones of cloud cover. So let's put that on there. When they do their DSP, they will soften tones and they'll make things darker. And it still all coordinates because it's within that same color family. Now you can decide how you want to lay this. I think I like this darker part down here in the corner, so I'm going to do that. Just because our foliage is going to sit on top of it, so I think that'll be really nice over there. And then we're going to cut out our foliage for the front of the card. So this is where I was so confused, but it comes together beautifully. I'm going to use my mini cut and emboss machine and place this on there. And then I'm going to grab these two dies. And this is what I couldn't figure out. But guys, it's super simple. You take the outline die and you put it exactly where you want it. So you center it so that you have a nice border, so that all of your little pieces are right where they should be. Now I'm going to use a tiny piece of washi to hopefully hold this in place once I get it. I'm a little bit off here. I want to be even borders. It's harder when I'm on screen because I can't look right down on it. So I think it's pretty good. I think we're going to go with that. Let me grab a tiny piece of washi tape here, and I'm going to stick it on my t-shirt a couple times to kind of get some of the excess sticky off because I want it to hold, but I certainly don't want it to tear my paper. And then I'm going to come in here and place this so it's on the cardstock outside the die, on the die, and then on the cardstock on the inside. Now I did this before and it worked, but it does worry me. You know what? I don't think I'm going to do it yet. That's right. It did work. It did. It cut my washi and went right through, but it did worry me that it might not cut all the way through. So I changed my mind. We're going to just do the outline first. Then I'm going to take this inside piece and I'm going to center that within the lines. And then once I've got them both where I want it, both, I'm going to try this. Let's try it different. You know, live and learn, right? You try and things work and then sometimes they don't. But this one I think is going to work. I'm going to move this just a little bit, again, to make sure it's really nice and centered so my lines line up. Push that washi tape down. Put the platform on top and cross our fingers, guys. Cross our fingers. Okay, so that runs through really nicely together like that. I'm going to pick this up and gently remove the washi in the outside layer here, just like that. And then I can throw my scrap from around it away. And then we have this inside piece, and this is what I wasn't able to figure out, how they got all these pieces cut out. But look what happens. This all comes out, and you have this beautiful silhouette of this foliage cut out. So when you lay it on top of a piece of cardstock or designer series paper, boy, that looks kind of pretty. You can see the color come through underneath. So I loved this, and this is how they had it on the card, and I was just so intrigued by it that I had to get it to play with it, and I'm so happy I did. So stick with me to the end. I'm going to do this blue one, and then I'm also going to show you an alternative color scheme that I did when I was playing. So I'm going to get these dies again. So these really fit together beautifully. And the way you figure out which way it goes is the flat edge goes toward the bottom, so it makes it really easy when you place it inside there. And I think that worked better using the washi on the outside, because when I did it last time, it cut through the washi, and it worked, and I was able to peel it off, but this was a better way of doing them together. So remember that. Okay, we're going to put this card together. I am going to make this the focal point on the front of the card here, and we're going to place it a little bit to the bottom and the left, and I'm going to raise it up on dimensionals. And so I'm going to strategically place my dimensionals on the back here on spots that it's going to work. Oh, but I forgot one thing. Before I do that, I'm going to add my 2 little sprigs. So what I did for that is I grabbed my glue dots, and behind these 2 little sprigs to the side here, I just added a few glue dots. I think I did 2 or 3. Let me see if I need 3 or if I can go with 2. Da-da-da. I think we can go with 2. So I just put 1 behind each of those sprigs. I think that, you know, maybe I'll do 3. I'm going to do 1 more up here. I just want to be sure I catch those because they're very lacy. I was kind of surprised when I cut them out how very, very thin and lacy they were, and I loved it. I think they're beautiful, but they're a little fragile to handle, and I want them to stick. So I'm going to take my first one here, and coming off of this bottom sprig, I'm just going to have it come out to the side here, kind of mimicking the way those are going, and making sure it's touching on my glue dot. And then I'm going to take my second one, and I'm going to do it on this upper sprig, and I'm going to have it going up a little more in an upward direction. Okay? So now we just have that extra little bonus of those behind there. And these will stick, but we're going to put some dimensionals over them to help too. So these areas are kind of small. You're just going to want to strategically place things. You could use mini dimensionals. I am just going to cut some dimensionals in half and use those and place them where there is room. Enough to hold this up on my card and not have them show. That one, the backing came off, but we can still use it. It is still good. So find your strategic locations. Now I do want to kind of anchor those 2 sprigs down where I have my glue dots. So I am going to put one right there over them. Another way to hold them in place. And I'm cutting apart dimensionals. You could also use the edges. You've seen me do that many times. When I need smaller pieces, that would work too. We're going to do another one. And I'm doing a few simply because they are smaller pieces and because I want this whole image to stand up on my card. So I am doing a few more maybe than normal on some of my cards. Place one right there and then one down here. Okay, and none of those should show, and they don't, so that is great. I'm going to take off the backing. Oh, there goes my grandfather clock, which I love the sound of my grandfather clock. When it chimes, it makes me so happy. It drives people crazy when they spend the night, so we always have to turn it off. But for me, I don't even notice it. Okay, so there's that. We're going to place this down here, probably coming up about an inch from the bottom and maybe an inch in from the left side, just wherever it looks like it's going to land nicely for you. So now this just gives that little extra. I like how that looks of those peeking out there on the side. We're going to take the Thinking of You sentiment, and I am going to put a dimensional on the end where it says of you. And I'm going to put a glue dot where it says thinking, because that's going to go up on top of what we already have there. Pull off that backing, and that'll keep it pretty level on your card. And then we're just going to place this and move it around and place it where you want it. There's no right or wrong. I just want to have some of my designer series paper showing, and I don't want to cover up a ton of my foliage. So there's our Thinking of You. And then we're going to finish this off. So I have our Baker's Twine Essentials pack. And in here we have Baker's Twine that is crumb cake colored. And I thought this would go beautifully with the blues, and it does in my mind. And I'm just going to tie myself a little bow with this. Come around here. Okay, and once you tie your bow, then you can make it as big or as small as you like it. Just kind of play with those loops and tails until you get it the way you want it to be. Pull that down a little bit and pull them again. So I always play with my bows quite a bit because I have a certain size in mind when I'm making them, and I got to get that twine to that size and shape. So I'm going to open these loops up just a little bit more to see how big it is for me. And then pull them again, and there. I think we're pretty good. I think that is about right. And I'm going to come down here and trim off my tails. Just like that. I love this essential pack. I told you guys that before. I really wish we sold it in just white also separately, because I use white a ton. But it is nice having several different types of twine to use. And I'm just going to pull my tails down a little bit on here. I may need to trim it up once we get it on the card. We'll see. Pull my loops. I got them a little wonky there. Okay, so then I'm going to take a dab of Tombow glue and put it right down here under the T. And I'm going to grab a block, because I always like to weight these down after I put them down. I'm going to set that little bow right on there. Just like that. I'm going to weight it down so it has a nice good connection and that Tombow glue can dry well. And while I'm doing that, I want to show you another brand new product that is in this online exclusive release. It is our Pearls of Beauty. I use pearls like this a lot. They're very flat. I thought I had my other ones here that I've recently used, but I guess not. We have had a few of these like this. Very pearl, very shiny, really nice and flat. And that's what I love with my different things that I use for embellishments. This one has 3 colors. I'm going to guess, if I have to guess, I'm not really sure, maybe Timid Tiger, Crumb Cake, and White. I should have looked it up to see. It doesn't say on the packaging, but usually it will say online what colors are coordinating, and I try to look them up and write them, but I didn't. So now we're going to use those because they match the crumb cake bow that we put on here. And I'm just going to grab a few of these. We'll do one right here and one just up from it a little bit. And then the last one up here at an angle. And that is our card, guys. Now stick with me. Like I said, I will show you another alternative color scheme. These tails are still a little long for me. I'm going to trim them down just a little bit. Hopefully with no problem here. There we go. I think that's better. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfectly what I wanted. So this is the card I am giving away. I would love your comments on it. Let me know what you think of this new bundle. I love it. And the pearls are gorgeous. To have them in crumb cake, I just think that is such a beautiful color. Now, when I was making this, I also made another color scheme of the same card. So let me pull that out just so you can see that it can be a little different. This one was made with Darling Duckling paper. I think this was from our Pear Designer Series paper. And then for the color to go with it, I chose, what did I choose? I chose Lost Lagoon. So super simple cards to make, really beautiful. The colors change the looks when you change it up. This could be done in pinks. It could be done in purples. I just think it's gorgeous. And I love the fact that it's so easy to adapt and make a masculine card with it, because I'm always in need of masculine cards. So I hope you liked that. Remember, I will post the recipe and a picture of the card in the comments at some point today. If you can share my video again, I really appreciate that. Don't forget to leave your comments. Each comment counts as an entry, and shares count as a bonus for a chance to win this card. I would love to have your business. If you're looking for Stampin' Up! Products, or if you have any questions for me at all about Stampin' Up! Or just creative questions, please contact me. I am here for you to be your creative coach. Please reach out to me by email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com, and I promise to get back to you. I right now plan to be back here on Tuesday, so I hope you will plan to join me here again. Same time, same place. See you all soon. Bye-bye.